Hold on to your hoses, boys. We got a good one for you today. We have the full explanation of the Rain Bird 1-inch commercial 8005 7005 rotors, guys. So I got a comment on one of my previous videos on the 8005 and saying, you know, video is worthless, didn't show you how to adjust the rotor. So we're pulling out all the stops today. I got the nozzle performance chart, every single rotor we could ever imagine. I got the nozzles they come with, plus a special one. I got the tool, I got 2 hold-up tools. We're set, we're ready to go, guys. So right off the hop, you might be asking, well, what's the difference between a 7005 rotor and an 8005 rotor? Absolutely nothing but the nozzles, guys. So these rotors, when they first got released, they had the 7005 and the 8005, and then they also came out with the 5505. The 7005 was a shorter throw rotor. So if I bring you up here, you'll see, there, I'll get them both on screen for you. The 7005 nozzle selection goes from an 04 to an 18. So if you bought a 7005, you'd get the 04 up to the 18 in your nozzle pack, or, you know, every other one in your nozzle pack. The 8005 rotor goes from a 12 to a 26, guys. So you can see 7005, 8005 rotors. They were made at the exact same time. This is why they discontinued the 7005 ultimately, because it makes no sense to have 2 different models for just a different nozzle selection. So I was lucky I found a case of these 7005s, which are the exact same. As I've said, they just have 7005 written on the cap. I know, crazy, eh? So anyway, the 7005 and the 8005 were made at the same time. These are made a year apart from each other. The 8005s had a green top, guys, from the factory. It's kind of green, you can kind of see it there. The 7005s had a black top. When they discontinued the 7005, they just all became black, and then of course you got your non-potable cap there. So talk a bit about the nozzles here. The 8005 nozzle kit that you're going to get if you buy one of these rotors is comes in a little baggie like this. You're going to get the number 10, the number 12, the number 14, the number 16, and then the number 18, guys. So we hit 12, 14, 16, and 18. So you get those first 4, plus you get a 10. So what they've done when they discontinued the 7005, they just kind of give you a mishmash of nozzles. So you get the first 4 in the 8000 range, plus you get the old 10 that was out of the 7000 range. And I actually had this guy special ordered. This is a 4, which is the smallest nozzle for this series of rotor, and it actually blocks off that third port, guys. So if you look at the difference here, I'll get you a great one. See how we have a third port there? There's no hole on the number 4. So if you're running this on like a residential system, go for the number 4 nozzle, because as you can see, there is actually a pre-installed, pre-molded into the turret nozzle as well. So 3-port nozzle design, really nice sprinkler. I'll leave that guy out there for you. Let's get right into installing the nozzle, guys. So 7005, I'm just gonna leave him there. It's the exact same process. So say we want to take our number 10 nozzle here. That is gonna give us at 50 PSI a 53-foot throw with 9 gallons a minute, guys, with a precip rate in a triangular spacing, so like 3 sprinkler heads. That's going to give you 3/4 of an inch per hour, guys. just taking out, wrecking the set here. I'm wrecking the set. So anyway, what we're gonna do is, if you were starting from scratch, I forgot to mention too, these springs, guys, watch your fingers around them. They will take your fingers off. So obviously, you unscrew the rotor, pop the cartridge out, you're all set to go. This is by far the easiest way if you guys want to change nozzles. Just unscrew the cap. It's such a pain getting it up, or put that hold up tool on it while the sprinkler's still running, then turn the sprinkler off and it won't come all the way down. So we depress the spring. This is the Rain Bird tool that you get. If you buy a case of these rotors, they give you one of these tools and a adjustment tool. You're gonna pop this on like that, and then let the cartridge go. That's gonna hold up the turret. You then pick the nozzle of your choice. In this case, we're gonna use a number 10, because I can actually use a number 10. And you're gonna just kind of get it in the opening there. So it slides in really nicely. The tricky part is getting it set in so you can depress the retention screw. So I don't know if you guys can see how it's on kind of an angle like that? You're gonna wanna push down on that angle. So I found the best way, 2 fingers on the back of the turret, kind of like that. Put your thumb right in the main nozzle port, push down, and then as soon as it's flush with the turret, you're good to go. The grub screw will pull it the rest of the way in. You can give it a couple more pushes, but normally that first little click is all you're gonna get. You then take a flathead screwdriver. This is a Rain Bird adjustment tool. You don't have to use it. It is sized correctly for the screw that's in there, but I've found any flathead screwdriver works great. You're gonna come up here to your little arrow here. This is your nozzle retention screw. You're gonna start screwing that guy down. Now these rotors are really tough to get this screw started. You gotta kind of hold the turret. See how it broke there? That's just, it's molded so tightly into the plastic. And you're gonna keep turning until you see that screw come down and interface with the nozzle. Oh, lost the screw there. So there we go. See how the screws come out and it's now sitting in front of the nozzle? That nozzle's not going anywhere now, guys. If you want to reduce the distance a little bit, alter the spray pattern, you just keep turning this down into the stream. That's going to flatten the stream. Also going to make more come out to the sides. So that is an installed nozzle. You then pull the cartridge holder off. That's going to depress the cartridge all the way. You go back. Hopefully this would be in the ground. And you insert the cartridge back into the body. Screw it back on. And you're ready to rock. So say this is in the ground. These 8005 rotors, as well as the 7005, 5505, and actually the Eagle 351 Golf rotor, which is the exact same trip assembly and internal assembly pretty much as the 8000 series. You can adjust the right and the left stops, guys. So the starting position is wherever it's factory preset at 180. So if you find, you can kind of hear it, hear that click? So those are your starting points. These rotors, non-strippable gear drive. You can turn it around and around, whichever way you want or whichever direction you want. You cannot hurt these rotors. They are extremely durable. So you're gonna find that whatever edge you want. So we're obviously on the right there. There it is. Okay, so that is our left edge, guys. So if I wanted to adjust the left starting edge, I'd just go and find the screw that's under the left side, plus and minus. And you guys can turn that to decrease the arc or increase it on that side. So you can literally take this stopped edge, decrease it back down to 30 degrees, or increase it all the way to 340 degrees. And you can do that with the right edge too. So say, like, it just gives you an insane amount of customizability. say your left edge is good, but you need to go a little bit farther on the right, you no longer have to turn it in the ground or worry about having that set edge. You can literally adjust both of them really easily. They do have, you can adjust the arc, the home of the arc all the way around. So to do that, if I go all the way plus on this guy, hear that clicking? So I've maxed out the adjustment on that side. If I go and I decrease the right side, so I'll show you guys in a minute here. So here we go, we'll decrease it all the way. Okay, you go until you feel a little bit of resistance, that's maxing it out. Now, I can keep increasing this size. So you can literally take that 30-degree arc and place it wherever you want. The way these trip mechanisms work, it's kind of like an old Nelson. You have a set of gears in there with trip points on them. So say this gear is here, this gear is here. If you decrease the right side, that's gonna bring that trip closer to the left side. If you wanna go past that, if your right stop needs to go past that, you just increase the left a little bit, and then you can keep moving the right all the way around. So they kind of chase each other and follow each other. You can really make whatever pattern you want with this sprinkler. It's really great. So those are your two arc adjustments right there. This rotor has the ability to go full circle or part circle. So you can take your flathead screwdriver again, and you'll see you have a little Pac-Man here. I like to call it a Pac-Man. And you have a little moon here. You're gonna stick your screwdriver in there. Right now it should be on part circle. So there, we just fell down into the groove there. Just give it a turn. Oh, of course I turned the turret. Give it a turn, and if you notice, now my screwdriver is pointed towards the moon. This rotor is going to be full circle now, guys. So whatever position it was moving in last, it's just going to go around and around and around forever. If you want it to go back to a part circle rotor, again, hold the turret. It is a very stiff mechanism in there. Turn it back to the part circle. Now it's going to go off of that pattern that we just set. I forgot this kind of handy thing. If you guys don't feel like unscrewing the can to do your nozzle changes, you can use the pull-up tool. So this little pull-up slot here, you go down, turn it by 90, that locks that screwdriver in. You can now pull up on the riser. See that? Pull up on the riser. But now, so say this sprinkler's in the ground, you're pulling up with this hand, right? The spring is so strong on these sprinklers that you have to have a really strong grip on this screwdriver to be able to get this in there like that. It's just way easier to take it out of the can, push down, then you can use your weight to hold the spring down when you clip that on, and then you're not pulling this silly thing up and it slips off and your hand's in there, and you know, just, I don't need to say the rest. But that is how you would go through a nozzle change on a 8005 rotor. I guess I'll show you guys how to remove the nozzle. Again, you can use the sprinkler pull-up tool or just take it right out of the can. I like taking it out of the can. Push down, clip that guy on, let her go. So remember how we had this screw here push down in front of the nozzle? We're gonna do the opposite, guys. So we're just gonna remove the grub screw. Sorry, don't remove the grub screw. You're just going to make sure it's not interfering with the nozzle. So there, it's tucked back up into its hole. Then you're going to take your flathead screwdriver. There's a little slot right down here. See? Put your screwdriver in there. Pops right out. Super, super simple. And you can go plop a new nozzle in there, go through the whole kit and caboodle again, and you're set. That's pretty much all you need to know about the adjustability of these sprinklers. A couple other models that I have here. This is just a newer one. This is what's made today. So again, black top, not green top. And then we have our stainless steel version. I'll use the pull-up tool for this guy. So this guy, stainless steel riser. Again, super intense spring on these things. So stainless steel covered riser, just it's not going to get scratched. It's going to be able to withstand sand and dirt and all that stuff a lot better. They don't rust. They're a super strong sprinkler. They're just a lot more expensive than the plastic ones. And then the only difference that we have here is we have our purple top for non-potable water. So that just means for any septic sprinkler systems or untreated water sprinkler systems, say you're pumping it out of a pond or something like that, you don't want to drink the water, you don't want your kids drinking the water, you'd install these guys to let everybody know, don't drink me. So that's basically in a nutshell the 8005 rotor, guys. You're gonna want at least 40 psi of at least 6 gallons a minute to run this sprinkler, unless you have this special number 4 nozzle, which honestly it's pretty useless because it takes out an entire port that this sprinkler was designed to use. You don't get as good a coverage as with the 3-port nozzles. So again, you're going to want either a secondary sprinkler pump or a really good city supply. You wouldn't be running more than one of these on a residential system at a time. They're just way too big. They're meant for golf courses or sports fields and that type of deal where they need to put a lot of water down, and they have 2-inch supply lines with big pumps and all that stuff. So they're fun to mess around with nonetheless though. Okay guys, so just a little recap on the 8000 series here. I have the stainless steel model with a number 10 nozzle on it right now. We're getting about 60 feet of throw at 40 psi, and we're working with about 40-degree arc. So we're in part circle mode right now. If I want to move this left side, guys, so we're going to the right now, so you just tripped. I want to move that left side. Find a little groove. Give it a little turn. Now watch how far it goes over to that side. So there we're past our original trip point. And we tripped there. So now if I wanted to move the right side in farther now, I can just decrease the right side. See? And I can move this 30-degree arc, this 40-degree arc, as far as I want it. There's no hard stops, guys. So this left edge can just keep going. You can keep decreasing the right edge and it will just follow. It will just follow the sprinkler. So see what happens here. I'm blasting myself. Should trip here soon. I hope. And you'll see it'll come to the right. So there we go. So if I wanted to move this even farther back the other way, I just do the opposite. So there we just tripped. And I increase the right side to allow the left side more space. And you'll see it follow all the way around to the left side and then back to the right. Or sorry, the right back to the left. I don't want it to go that far. There we go. You can just fine tune the arc. And this sprinkler right now, guys, is putting out a ton of water. Probably around 12 gallons a minute right now on the number 10. So there we go. You kind of see how you can move the hole mark around just by playing with it. And we're back to pretty much what we had at the beginning of the video. So that is the 8000, 5505, and 7000 series sprinkler pretty much in a nutshell, guys. Hopefully I get a 5505 soon. Don't hold your breath though, I have never seen one. So anyway, thanks for watching. Throw me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and have fun watering.